Hey friends, it's June 12th and day 22 in my 40-day fast for Gaza as I join others to demand that UN-supervised humanitarian aid be allowed into Gaza and the United States stop arming Israel. I'm coming to you from a hotel room on my way to do some teaching and retreating at a conference center in the mountains of Washington State. My spouse and I got up this morning, hopped in a rideshare, checked in our bags, walked through security, took our flight, grabbed our bags, rented a car, and here we are. Tomorrow, we take a ferry to our destination, and then a week later, we'll take the trip in reverse. While the situation around movement is certainly changing here in the US, during my travels, I can almost guarantee that I will not be randomly stopped or harassed by military personnel, wannabe soldiers, or armed militia. My ID will not prohibit me from moving from one state, county, or city to another, and there will be no unexpected stoppages at random checkpoints meant to make my life as inconvenient as possible. The same cannot be said for our Palestinian siblings, whose freedom of movement is highly controlled, surveilled, and randomized in the Palestinian-occupied territories. Palestinians have to hold different permits and IDs to move or travel. They have to navigate checkpoints that could last for hours, and they must negotiate a system of governance that is set up to make life as a Palestinian unbearable. Oh, and then there's also the armed Israeli occupation forces and the armed settlers to deal with almost at every turn. In my travels to Palestine as an international, I only get a sliver of this life. So believe me when I say that to live generation after generation under this repression is incomprehensible for most of us. That said, the Palestinians I know, my friends and colleagues, are not going anywhere and they will not be driven out. They have not only learned how to navigate the terrain of occupation, but they have found ways to thrive in the midst of a system that does everything in its power to kill their spirits and bodies. So yes, there are times when things will feel discouraging, and we must all take a rest when needed, but I follow the leads of my Palestinian friends. We must live joy and life even in systems that feed on despair and death, and we must keep vigilant in our work towards our collective liberation. For those of us living with the privileges of freedom of movement, it's the least we can do. What we do together matters, so thank you for all that you do. Again, I'll attempt to post daily reflections on the fast, but please see the captions for links and info to join in, amplify, and support the 40-day fast for Gaza. Peace.